Man, this is a video that is a long time coming. Derealization. It can be so scary for the person experiencing this. They can feel so completely trapped, like there is no other way out. Derealization is a mental state where an individual may feel detached from their surroundings. They may feel detached from people, objects, things around them, things that sometimes even just seem unreal. So you're aware that something is wrong, but you can't get out of it. You can't fix it. You can often obsess about how to make things right again, how to attach, how to feel that attachment. Unlike something like psychosis or delirium, individuals know that they are in an altered state, that something just isn't normal. And that is like the crux of the whole thing, is like, I know something's wrong, but I can't fix it. They say that probably everyone actually in this world will experience this at some time or another. Sometimes it's like 1 minute, sometimes it's 30 seconds, sometimes it's months. Hi, my name is Nathan Peterson. I am a licensed clinical social worker. I'm the creator of the online courses such as OCD, hair pulling, skin picking. I create videos every single week that are gonna help you through your OCD, anxiety symptoms, derealization. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of these other videos. Derealization is similar to depersonalization. The difference is, however, that depersonalization will experience the same thing, except for adding a detachment upon their own body, thoughts, and feelings. Almost as if you're watching yourself as an outsider. But don't worry, I'll do a whole separate video on this one. But what we're talking about is derealization. Usually, this happens in different pockets of time in someone's life, meaning that these symptoms may come, they may go. Some common experiences that people have are these. The sounds around them may feel distorted. They can even seem too loud or too soft. Often, individuals will feel like they are in a dream state, or they're having some brain fog. The world around them seems pretty lifeless, useless. What's the point? It can seem even fake. Like, why is everyone doing what they're doing? Why are they walking down the street that way? Why are they holding their cup? Why do we drive every day? Objects around them can seem and look wrong. They can actually look different than how they actually appear. Things may seem sharp, while other things may seem small, while other things may seem big. People can even experience blurriness with this. Some may feel like there is something separating them from the world, almost like there's an invisible wall or veil that they just cannot break through. Some have experienced these for maybe only a few minutes, while, like I said, others months at a time, years at a time. Individuals often feel like they're going crazy, and man, I don't blame them. They recognize that something is off. Their brain is wanting them to find that connection again, so it's going to tell them, do this, do this, do this. Maybe if you do this, you'll be connected. Maybe if you do this, you'll be connected. It's trying to problem solve, and sometimes that problem solving actually continues to get them stuck. Many will ask me, where does this come from? Why do I have it? And guess what? Every person's different. Some say that common events will trigger this derealization. Some say it's emotional abuse. Others say it's neglect. Others say it's completely random. Some say it's only linked to anxiety or OCD. But really, sometimes it doesn't matter as much as we think it does to know why someone experiences it, because they experience it right now in this moment. There currently isn't a medical way for somebody to say, like, I did a scan on your brain and I see that you are going through derealization right now. It just doesn't happen. I often see this manifest as part of anxiety or OCD, and the treatment I typically do is exposure and response prevention. Individuals may obsess and continually look for their way out, but instead we're actually embracing it. We're accepting it. We're not problem solving anymore. They got to teach their brain and body to stop responding to those episodes of being stuck. With exposure and response prevention, the whole idea is, how can you take power away from these bodily experiences, the thoughts that are coming through my brain? Because if I keep reacting to it, it's going to tell me it's a big deal, and it's going to continue on. So instead of pulling away from these experiences, we actually want to move closer to it. Meaning, if somebody were going through this experience right now, we'd focus on all the threats that come up. Essentially answer every single threat with some type of uncertainty answer. Something like, maybe, maybe not. Or others want to just like punch the derealization in the gut and completely agree with it. Yeah, totally, man. I'm gonna be stuck in this forever. That is gonna be awesome. I hope I never connect. That would be wonderful. Or if it's thoughts like, You are gonna be stuck in this forever. And I'm like, yeah, totally. What if you can't enjoy the birthday party you're supposed to go to? Yeah, maybe I will, maybe I won't. But it's not trying to get rid of it. It's embracing it, accepting it, allowing it to be there when it's going to be there, allow it to go if it wants to go. But you are not the author. You don't get to choose for this thing. Instead, you get to choose how you're gonna respond. Typically what people try to do is they have the thought that's like, oh no, it's coming, I can feel it, I'm gonna disconnect. What if I get stuck in this for a long time? Last time it was like 2 months, I hope this doesn't happen again. They're going through this spiral. Maybe if I sit down, it will go away. Maybe if I drink some water, it will go away. If I do some meditation, it will go away. Because what that's going to do is when they're continually trying to figure this out, researching, internet, whatever it is, their body is learning to continually check. That's what's getting people stuck. You're checking, you're checking, you're checking, you're checking. Because it's like, okay, I drank that water, how am I doing? Nope, still disconnected. Okay, I did that yoga, how am I doing? All right, still disconnected. How you doing in the morning? Did that thing work that you took last night? Oh, disconnected. It's training their body to check. So you're gonna continually notice when you're not doing well. Instead, I want people to notice and then respond differently to it. Yeah, man, totally. I'm so disconnected right now. This feels great. I'm probably not even seeing what other people are seeing. That is wonderful. Hope this totally ruins my day. The brain comes up with all these ideas to problem solve. And like I said, we are no longer problem solving this thing. And you probably want to shut off this video and like, well, this was worthless. He told me not to problem solve. But guess what? That kind of is the answer. We practice on not doing those compulsions. The compulsions are things people do to get out of the anxiety, out of the distress, out of feeling disconnected. And we don't do that anymore. You may experience a moment, even mindfully. I don't feel connected? Cool. I'm not doing this to make myself feel connected, but I'm actually just going to pay attention to what's around me because that's life. How does it feel right now? What do I see outside? What things can I hear? But it's not, I'm gonna do all these things and then I'm gonna check, okay, did that work? Because we're not looking for, did that work? We need to enjoy the present moment the best we can. When people practice this exposure and response prevention, every single time they go through an episode, their brain finally gets it. At some point, it finally learns. And that's the most important part. It's learning to not give these feelings, these thoughts, the disconnection, any power whatsoever. It learns that if you don't give it value, then maybe it doesn't need to keep coming back. But the second you're like, oh no, here it comes, what do I do? Then it's like, aha, gotcha. Now you're gonna be stuck with me for a while. You don't give yourself a timeline. When does this go away? I need to ask people, how long is this gonna last? What does recovery look like? You allow it to be there regardless of what's happening in your life. You allow it to leave when it wants to. No longer pushing. There is a lot of acceptance that needs to come with this derealization. You will continue living your life the way you want to live your life, regardless of how you're feeling. I often see derealization connected with OCD. So if you're looking for a specialist to give you a little extra help with your OCD, I do have an online step-by-step course that takes you through treatment. I'll link that down in the description below. And here is my question for you. Have you ever experienced derealization before? What things do you do that help? What things do you do that maybe make it worse for you? Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.
I was trying so hard to do it all smooth, and I was concentrating so hard I almost fell over. I was getting dizzy.